All around the world we're telling stories. All around the world we're saying once upon a time.
Hi campers! My name is Dana and I am the Education Director for Sparkler Learning. Welcome to the first week of camp. For our first week, we are traveling down to the island of Puerto Rico to hear a story about a tiny frog called the Coquí. Now the Coquí frog is so small it could fit right in the palm of your hand. And it lives only on the island of Puerto Rico. Our friend Luz Rivera, who is a program officer at the Connecticut Office of Early Childhood, is going to tell us the story of the Coquí. Are you ready to hear it? Let's go.
Luz Rivera with the Office of Early Childhood. I live in Connecticut and my family is from Puerto Rico, La Isla del Encanto. And I'm here today to share a story about the legend of the Coquí. Había una vez, long ago, before the island of Puerto Rico had roads, buildings, and the hustle bustle of modern life, animals big and small were free to roam the land. There was plenty to eat and no dangers, so life was easy for them. All they did was eat and sleep all day long. While this was very relaxing, it was not good for them. For their health, their bodies, they needed exercise too. The wise Puerto Rican parrot, with its colorful feathers, could see what was happening to the animals on the island. Too much snacking and not enough exercise was making them all unhealthy. The parrot knew that this was a problem and ruffled their beautiful green feathers to get everyone's attention. "Friends," said the parrot, "I'm disappointed in you. You have allowed the peace and tranquility of the island to make you think that you no longer have to be alert and strong. This is why I am challenging you all to a race. All of you creatures will choose one to represent your kind in the race. Only one will win, but you must work all together as a team to get yourself ready. The winner will have a very nice prize." The animals were all excited, and each chose the biggest and strongest of their kind to race against the others. The snakes, the pelicans, the iguanas, and even the mongooses started exercising. All the creatures were working together, except the tiny Coquí. Do you know about the tiny Coquí frogs? I'm going to share with you my collage of the tiny little Coquís. He is so tiny. Look at the palm of his hand. They were so small and couldn't even make a sound. They didn't think that they had a chance to win. The wise parrot reminded them that even the smallest creatures can make a big impact if they worked hard together. So the Coquís decided to enter the race. They chose the biggest of the small frogs and all joined in to help him exercise and get ready for the race. La carrera. Finally, the time for the big race arrived. The parrot perched high up on a branch and spoke to all the animals. "Friends, amigos, I'm glad to see you all here today and proud of all of your work to prepare for the race. I hope that you feel stronger and healthier. The race will begin at this tree. Run down the path to the tallest palm tree, then turn around and come back to this spot. The first animal to cross the finish line will be the winner." All the animals lined up along the starting line. The tiny little Coquí frog was pushed off to the side. No one even noticed him because he was so tiny but he was so excited and ready to race. The parrot squawked, "Ready, set, go!" They were all off. A blinding cloud of dust was all that remained of the runners. The snakes slithered. The pelicans flapped. The iguanas crawled. The mongoose scampered. All of the animals moved in their own way, as fast as they could. But the tiny little Coquí was stuck behind them all. How could he get ahead? He wondered. Then all at once he knew. He gathered his strength, bent his knees, sprang up with all of his might, and the Coquí leaped right over the mongoose. He jumped right over the iguana. He hopped past the pelican and sprang over the snake. As the animals reached the palm tree, Las Palmas de Puerto Rico, the Coquí was in the lead. Could you believe it? The rest of the Coquís were watching the race. They were overjoyed, expressing the silent happiness among one another. They all jumped up and down happily. Felices estaban los Coquís. They just finished crossing the finish line. He had won the race. Could you believe it? Tiny and mighty, the parrot flew down to congratulate the Coquí on their victory. Congratulations, my friends. Felicidades, mi amigos. The Coquís have indeed shown us all that even the smallest among us can do great things. And as promised, your prize. Slowly, the parrot lifted his massive wings and muttered a sacred chant. When he finished, the Coquís began to sing for the first time. And that is how Puerto Rico was able to enjoy the soothing magic of their music. In time, Coquís become very popular creatures because of their big voice. And ever since that night, so very long ago, all the Coquís begin to sing their song every night at sundown. When I visit mi isla de encanto, Puerto Rico, I hear the serenade begin at sundown. It is the most beautiful sound. Every night, without a fail, these little tiny little Coquís with big voice, just like our people, they're resilient and have a big voice, sing to us every night.
Thanks, Luz, for sharing that story, and thanks to you for listening. Now, campers, it's time for you to get busy playing activities that are inspired by the story. I hope you have lots of fun this week, and I hope you'll come back again and join me next week to find out what else happens once upon a time.